Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a great week. Well, I'm excited for this coming Sunday. We get to celebrate communion. I pray that you can be there with us, and that if you are going to be there, that you be preparing your hearts, that you be getting yourself ready to come to the Lord's table by focusing on the Lord and getting rid of the stuff in our lives that can kind of build up and accumulate and keep us from being focused on the one who has come to save us. Also, the kids are going to be part of the worship, and so it'll be a great celebration. We're going to have a feast afterwards, so please bring soup and salad to share if you can, but bring a hearty appetite, and we look forward to fellowship together. It kind of is fitting as we've ended this How to Neighbor series, and we looked at loving the lonely. How do we love the lonely? And so we looked at a few of the stories of how Jesus modeled that for us. And one we saw was that Jesus loved by touch. We looked at the story where the leper came before him, and a very contagious disease, but Jesus healed him not just with word or just by being in his presence, which he had done at other times, but he reached out and touched the man, as if to say, it's not only your physical ailment that I'm going to heal, but I'm going to heal the emotional wounds too of being isolated, of being alone. We looked at how Jesus loved by listening. I mean, Jesus, he had the answer to everything because he's Jesus, he's Lord, he's God. But yet, so often when people would speak with him, he asked questions, and then he listened. And he listened. Even though he knew the answer, even though he could have fixed the situation, he would step in with a question and love them by listening. And finally, we also looked at how Jesus loved with his time. Can you imagine? I mean, he's got the world to save. He's got a little over 3 years to do that. He's on a mission to Jerusalem. He's preaching, he's doing all kinds, he's healing, he's doing all kinds of things, but yet he still somehow had time for the interruption, for the lonely. We think of the time when the 4 guys dropped their friend through the roof, ripped off the shingles of the roof, dropped the guy in there. Jesus could have been like, hey, what are you doing, man? I've got this, I got to preach this sermon, I got to get through to this. But he stopped, and not only did he forgive the man's sins, he healed him physically too. He had time. He loved him with time. So as we go about being the church in this world, may we not overcomplicate it. May we love the Lord our God with all of our heart, soul, mind, strength, and may we love our neighbors as ourselves. May we love the lonely by reaching out with a handshake or a hug, by listening, by giving our time to listen, and by simply just being and being with them and being ready for the divine interruption. God bless you, and I hope to see you Sunday.